Hey everyone, my name is 52 and welcome back to Reverse 1999 for continuing with the event story Florid to the Golden City. Now in the last video, I introduced a new character called Mecuria because she has a banner out now. Now it's not going to be long until it changes. So probably by the end of this video, I believe J will be the new character banner. But for now, we are introduced a timeline of 1990. We're in San Francisco, where biker gangs and new wave stuff is coming in, right? And we've just learned that the Manus is very well hidden here. And we just escaped from a whole bunch of people while dragging Matilda through here as well. So now we are at the diner as our temporary hiding. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like or dislike. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel to support my channel. It'll be greatly appreciated, and I will love you all for it. Now do the same. So we are going to be continuing on with Chapter 7, Best Buds, Best Guest. The key to the promised land. Well, I'm sure there will be. I got my pretzel sticks ready. I'm consuming them. Alright. I'm barely ending this anyway, so I'm good. The motorcycle slows as it enters the alley, having lost most of their mad pursuers. Familiar faces poke out from nearby, marveling at the new arrivals.
Jay, where did you get this chick? I hope you aren't looking for a babysitter.
Oh.
Hey, Jay. You say hi to Pioneer for me. Those heels he recommended helped me land a big role.
Hey, Mr. G, right? It's me, Brian. I've been looking for you. All thanks to you and that badge you got me, they finally gave me a room down at the shelter. They even offered me some dishwashing work tomorrow. No more sleeping in tents or under the overpass. Bless you, Mr. G. I owe you my life.
So he's like the neighborhood Robin Hood or something like that. A guide of the community, right? Nice badge, look at that. Blade. Ooh. Jay stops his bike, reaching out to grip Brian's hand.
Oh, come on, Brian. Weren't you the one that helped me get that girl's number? You help me, I help you. That's the deal.
From the distance, a man leading a critter approaches.
Hey! If it isn't my favorite customer, Jay! I got the latest edition of Motor, babe! You interested? I swear they're not pirated!
Had a drink. What the hell? Jay offers only a warm smile as a reply before kicking up the stand and twisting the throttle of his Bonus bike.
See you guys.
Nice helmet. I never complimented the helmet.
Hey! I'm talking to you, Jay! Want it or not?
Isn't that man calling you?
What are you saying? Sorry, this kitten here purrs pretty loud.
This thing you have behind your back? Is it not that troublesome? Why do you take it with you?
My dad gave it to me. Carried it around for years.
What is it?
Hold on tight. We're almost there.
I wanted the same thing too. His sword. Looks ancient. Items are strewn on the table, and those present stroke their chins, pondering over them.
Here's everything that was in that bell-ringer guy's pockets. Think I got everything. Except anything that he was wearing under that getup. But there ain't enough money in the world to get me to rifle through some state cultist undies.
And there's the key. The key to the promised land. It literally is.
Hey! Hulk, what was that for?
Sorry, kiddo. Jay said I gotta knock you on the head anytime you cuss.
What a loyal friend.
Exactly, Hulk. We gotta teach this potty mouth some manners. Especially when there's a lady present.
Well, seems I have you to thank, Miss Buanish. Years of wasted effort trying to cultivate gentlemen out of these cads, and you manage it in hours.
The girl nearby is fiddling with a complicated device, unfazed by their commotion.
SPFI portable contact device activated. Welcome.
Wait, is this one of those... I don't know what it is.
Verification success. Registered user Matilda Buanish. Access level B.
It worked! I have a higher rank now. I won't be making the same mistake twice.
Emergency support. Apologies, as there have been no abnormal arcane fluctuations detected. The emergency support team is currently occupied. Please provide further details so that we can evaluate the necessity of emergency assistance.
Message sent. Never mind.
Support will be arranged in order of priority.
I knew I should have applied for an expansion to our team. They will be of no help at all. I will have to send my entire team back just to deliver my report to the Foundation.
It is fine that she was in 2 events now.
So we must count on them to bring support back.
Oh yeah? Support? You want to be a part of this, French fry? You finally taking an interest in all of this?
This is a central part of our mission. The Foundation will deal with this without letting nosy civilians like you get involved. If you must insist on helping us, I suggest you provide what information you know, and then I, Special Investigator Matilda Buanish, will solve the problem and save the day.
God, she is so full of herself, and I love her. She reaches out to the key on the table, but a large hand covers it before she can grab it.
Yeah, not going to do that. There isn't one of us here on Hate Street that would stand aside while someone else saves us. You want to get a clue about this place? Then the first thing you gotta know is that we deal with our own problems.
He makes no move to remove his hand, staring at her intently. Don't blush.
This would defy regulations. I would need to file for a special approval.
Well, you can have the key, little investigator Boanich, since you're so dedicated to your job. Whether you get your special approval or not, we're going to be the ones to take down those bastards. It's not about vengeance, it's that the people here, they'll never trust someone to do this for us. We have to do it ourselves. Judges, police, your foundation. One rat's nest after another promised to bring us change and then left us to the wolves. Nah, worse than rats. At least they know how life here really works. At least they see us. At least rats don't claim to be our saviors.
Okay, so he withdraws his hand and allows her to take the key.
We can only trust someone who's been through the trenches with us.
The key feels heavy in her hand, as if something weighty were attached to it.
Thank you, Jay. This must be the key to Manus's Elysium.
Mecuria, would you?
He looks up, signaling for her to continue with the explanation.
Yeah. This will be the key to wherever their hideout is. A place of dark revelry. They've kept it a close secret, but I've seen those that have come back from that place. They're transformed into something unnatural. Their flesh and their spirit, it wasn't their own anymore. Big shot businessmen groveling and sobbing at the feet of their apostle. And the most loving mother I know, she abandoned her kid by a dumpster.
Wow. Wow. Wow, I cannot imagine that.
The friends we've lost. It's like they're gone. They aren't them anymore. They're possessed until one day they just vanish, never to be seen again.
She shakes her head.
So, we must find this gate and flush out their nest of vipers before they can open it once more. Otherwise, our mission here and your chance to avenge your friends will fail.
She burst up from her seat before falling back down.
Gets even better from there, French fry. That ceremony of theirs is set for the day after tomorrow. They're planning something big. Bigger than anything they've thrown at us before.
The boy raises his hand, eager to answer.
Yeah, I heard that big guy mumbling stuff like, the last revelation or something. Kinda weird seeing a big dude crying like that.
The last revelation? Perhaps then this is the last time Manus plan on opening the door to their Elysium?
Everyone knows what is applied.
And then they will be gone. Perhaps for good. Jay, you got a lot of friends there still. What'll you do when they point their knives at you? How do we keep their sacrificial lambs from leaping off the cliff?
He does not shy away from his answer.
Not my business to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Never even really thought of saving everyone. Not in a long while. It's not worth the pain.
While the answer weighs heavily on the others, it brings her some relief, born out of trust, if nothing else.
I see.
The girl from the Foundation pipes up.
Unfortunately, I cannot disagree this time. Still, we have time to make preparations in advance. Support is on the way, so until then, we must stay below their attention. I'm thinking that maybe we may try collecting more information by infiltrating their followers. Perhaps then we will have a better chance to find this gate of theirs.
In the trailer, does that imply why Mecuria was wearing the Manus cloak and the mask as well? She supports her chin as she stares out, stargazing, strategizing in her mind. Sorry.
Sure, Tildy. Tomorrow I'll show you around the New Age market. You can meet some of my friends.
Tildy?
Figure out how to fit in.
Hold on, Tildy?
But maybe a change of outfit first. Who knows who might recognize you?
I mean...
And the St. Pavlov Foundation is not the most welcome organization around here.
Yeah, that's been implied a lot, though. Like, really a lot.
I see. Thank you very much, Miss Mecuria. Oh, and I remember you know that Gio. We might collect some further information from him.
Gio? I don't know who you mean.
The man who you were just with. Her voice is sincere.
But, do you not remember? It was just as I arrived. You had a visitor, and you called him Gio.
I haven't had any visitors all day.
That cannot be... Jay, you saw him, yes?
He meets her eyes with a blank expression.
The only thing I remember is some weirdo investigator poking her head into this tent.
Matilda stammers in bewilderment at their answers. They're gonna make her into a boy that cries wolf, huh? She's gonna make her cry wolf. I don't know why she looks so proud. God. Alright. Anything else, though? Alright, a warning at dinner. Go fetch pet. And it's only a story, though. And it looks like we're going to see a bit of the bad guys here. Look at that piano, though. Order of Enlightenment. Yeah?
Blood must be shed, and our blasphemers eliminated. You have proven your unwavering devotion. Roger, the Green Chair, Maya, the Petty Plague, and our human brother, Legers the Dead. Welcome to the Hall of the Sufferer.
Wait, this go? Oh, they're going to do a sacrificial ritual? A bundled person wrapped in red stained cloth writhes in a cage, giving out vague muffled sobs. The apostle steps into the shadows, gently caressing the trembling body.
Shush, child. It is rude to disturb our precious feast.
The bundle quiets at the touch, though the trembling continues, causing the binds to clink and chafe.
Very well. Remain silent.
He withdraws from the cage and places his hand on Roger the Green's chair, shoulders.
Brothers and sisters, our arcanist siblings, and your bountiful offerings gathered, have greatly enriched the coming ceremony of the Sufferer. We rejoice to see such devotion from the faithful, yet we are troubled by the sorrow and abomination now filling the world. Yesterday, 2 intruders broke the ritual of revelation and stole from us the key to the gates of Elysium.
I blame the child.
The precious gift of Elysium granted by the Sufferer before their agonizing sacrifice has been blocked from us. You should have kept the secret of the key.
A prolonged silence follows.
Let me use my green chair to grill this shameful rat. I'll make him talk, spill the secrets he hid, and present his flesh to you as an offering.
Wow. I just think it's just a coincidence that we never heard of a pickpocket. It was just his dumb bad luck that he got pickpocketed by Wizen here, Cat Eye Wizen, and hid the key in his freaking wallet of all places.
Well, well, Roger, such a caring brother. Your offering is appreciated, yet our siblings have already torn his chest apart, and still no secrets. Just another careless fallen brother. This is our final warning. The ceremony for the Sufferer draws near. I would keep a close watch on every one of our flock. Let not one among you linger alone, nor be held above suspicion. And the bell ringer who gave out our secret is here, in front of you. Tell me, which one of you would bestow on him our final mercy?
He fidgets with the key of the cage purposely. Ledger stands, breaking his silence. Clink. The cage door opens, the trembling lump falls to the ground and wriggles like a helpless maggot. Uh-oh, he's gonna feed him to the dog, literally. 2 shadowy creatures descend the wall from above with predatory motions.
Good. Eat your fill, children, until it's done. Not a single stain left to offend our apostle.
The drooling critters tear the wrappings, dragging the body across the floor, leaving a trail of fresh blood. They deliver a heart-rending howl before disappearing back into the darkness with their feast.
Our thanks, Brother Legers. All, be seated and enjoy the feast.
Silence again. The banquet ends, and the remaining guests have now dispersed.
You may be just a recent convert. Still, you have more than proven your devotion with your zealous contributions. But my child, something still blinds you, fetters you. That which deprived you of your control of the New Age market? A thing that threatens to hobble our fast approaching ceremony. Trespassers from the St. Pavlov Foundation, treading across our sacred sanctuaries as if they were their gardens. This failing of yours could reflect poorly in our esteem for you, Brother Legers. The coming of the ceremony cannot be delayed, and we will soon run out of patience. Retrieve the key.
My word is my bond. I will find it.
The apostle wipes the corner of his mouth with a handkerchief.
All is now prepared. But we still seek the one who will lead us through the ritual. A child overflowing with pneuma. Yet not a single soul now among our flock is qualified. We must seek the one who will guide the faithful on the transcendental path, to forsake the world and become one with the sufferer. I'm sure you understand what is expected of you. Speak to no one about this sacred mission. Find the one worthy of our ceremony for us and for yourself, Legers.
This is getting intense. Like I said, it's getting pretty good. Alright, let's move on to the snake in the grass. 2 bags of gold in a cave. What does that mean, though? So let me see. I see Mecuria in the center, and I'm pretty sure that's Pioneer. Or is that Matilda? I'm not. No, that's Pioneer. That's gotta be Matilda. Alright, back at the New Age Market.
So this lovely young lady is family all the way from France, Mecuria? Well, let me be her guide to the wonders of America. Look at her pretty outfit. Add some crystal earring and a stylish one. I bet she'll be knockout, am I right?
I appreciate your hospitality, madame, but I have a very important mission. A shopping mission. So much shopping to do. So, nice to meet you, Miss Cooper.
I like she is embarrassed to try to lie her way in. I'm not sure if this is the same outfit as that one event mission or an event story from I think it was the Stars. I'm not sure. It had something to do with our stargazing friends. Yeah, stargazing. Something about that.
Now let go of the poor girl, Cooper. It's time I show her some real treasures. I'm sure they're much more suited to her than your old trash. Oh, and I ought to tell you, the Merchant of Eternity says she'll soon come to the New Age Market, and she's bringing her stock of treasures. It's gonna draw in the crowds.
Merchant of Eternity. I wonder who that is.
Ah, give it up, Maish. There's no way Eternity will like that old junk.
Ah, okay. So Maish. Okay, sorry. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that name when I was recording the side story of Mecuria's side story. I always say Micah or something like that, but not Maish. Okay, that just makes it easier. The two offenders square up. They appear to be on course for either a confrontation or an embrace.
Will you two ever just fess up and admit you're friends?
The two gawk at her words, looking at each other before falling into embarrassed silence.
Fine, Mecuria. You don't have to poke fun. Just let us know how we can help you.
She responds with a greedy sort of look, as if opening up her purse strings.
A door. We're looking for a door or a gate. The one you mentioned before.
She chokes out her next words.
A door? Sorry, I need time to recall it. Hey, why don't you show Ms. Bunish around and I'll stay here to gather my memories. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still trying to rack my brain, and this old thing can only manage one thing at a time.
It is an unconvincing excuse. But the moment gives Mecuria pause to examine her surroundings. Books, tools, daily necessities, all in various states of being packed away.
Is this your luggage? You're packing up?
Yeah. We're leaving this place. Before the wackos hold their ceremony, if we're lucky. When we came here, it was to find some safe place away from these people and their conflicts. But now they've followed us here as well, and we've already lost too many friends.
Her head falls low and limp.
I suggest you follow us out, before whatever is going to happen here happens.
I think it's already going to happen.
But is this not where you made your living? Can you so easily walk away? I thought everyone on Hate Street would be just as stubborn as Jay. But I think it's a wise choice.
Wise? Huh.
She repeats the words as if insulting herself.
Don't make me laugh. Hate Street, New Age Market. None of this is ours, really. Even the clothes on our back. All we own are the footprints we leave behind, until they're washed away by the tides of time. We live our lives on the fringes of a world that is not kind to us. We're used to it, fighting for every street. It's not worth it.
But your friends...
Bang. Maish slams the suitcase shut.
Maybe you ought to stop nosing around where you don't belong.
I'm sorry.
She gently tucks Matilda to her side.
Come on. We should get going. Maish has got things to do.
They turn around and they blend into the passing crowd until they disappear within the milieu.
You shouldn't be so hard on her. You've had a hard enough time convincing yourself of what you have to do.
She sits down to comfort Maish.
Let's just focus on what's next. Nothing more.
What's keeping Miss Mecuria? There were only a few unexpected patrons. She should have already returned.
Yeah. Also, I like the fact that when the bonfire is right here, you can see the effects of that, I guess, that radiant heat that comes out when you see a fire brewing. I guess that little aura of heat just surrounds it. You can see it just... Look at this. It just... They really do good on this. She walks towards Mecuria's tent, where three shadows linger conspicuously in the firelight.
Wait, Miss Matilda.
Oh, are you looking for Mecuria?
Shh.
The peddler is pale with anxiety.
No, I'm looking for you. I have to admit something, Miss Boanish. I lied to you about the gate, but I have to protect my friends.
What do you mean? Why do you feel you have to lie?
The woman shakes her head ruefully.
Because I wanted to give this to you in private. I know you're from the Foundation, and I think I can trust you. I know Mecuria better than anyone. If she knows the information I have, she will risk everything to help her friends.
She hesitates over her next words.
So please, don't tell her this. Don't put her in danger.
I do not think I can make this decision for you.
I get your concern, but she's my friend. I don't want to put her on a dangerous path. So...
She leans closer still. Whispers mingle with the wind, barely audible. Quick and light steps approach Mecuria's tent.
There's 3 guys in that tent. I knew the boss was here.
Why you gotta be here?
But who's the 3rd dude? Holic? I heard he was in the market collecting information.
Dude, if this kid was out here, he's gonna get snatched by the cultists. I knew it. I know. His hand was only just lifted the curtain when he feels the weight of a tall figure behind him.
What? Where are you here?
Oh, he's gonna get snatched.
You're that big guy. Let's use Lackey.
Is it Geo? Of course he is. Geo turns back, afraid of being seen. The boy, now facing away from the tent, stares at the man with cold calculation. He reaches into his pocket to a weighty knife, ready for action. But the boy fails to notice a hand reaching out from behind the curtain. Oh damn! He got mugged. He got kidnapped. He got taken. Oh damn. Well, deserved. Karma is a biatch. The night outside is kept at bay by the soft glow of lights from the dance floor. People press close to each other, exchanging suggestive glances, arms entwining and swaying. Amid the intoxicating scene, the small girl at the bar is noticeably out of place.
Oh, que devrais-je faire? Si je dis à Jay à propos de la clé de la porte, alors Madame Mecuria le saura bientôt aussi. Selon le manuel de l'investigateur, attendre le soutien est l'action la plus sûre. Oh, mais si la situation continue à s'aggraver, d'autres civils pourraient être impliqués. Peut-être devrais-je alors laisser Madame Mecuria se joindre à nous, non? Oh, où est passé Jay? Il n'est pas revenu une seule fois toute la nuit. Oh, cet homme n'a aucun sens. Madame Mecuria montera bientôt sur scène. Je dois décider avant qu'elle y aille.
She leans on the table, adrift in her own mind, rocking a small cup back and forth with her hands.
Miss Buanish, it seems as though you're having a bit of trouble selecting between putting your money in stocks or real estate. Why don't you take this cup of hot chocolate to smooth out your furrowed brow? You're too young to have such a serious face.
He adjusts his tie performantly.
You know, besides my modeling career, I'm also a professional investment and costume advisor, and the success of my friends is my best advertisement. Feel free to reach out for a consult if you're interested in making your money make money.
It's funny how he's a model and he's a mannequin, trying on clothes because mannequins are used to put to display clothing. And he wears a costume, and he... Okay, never mind.
Thank you. Actually, I do have a problem that, as you say, relates to money. It seems I have now 2 bags of gold in a cave, surprisingly heavy, and no one person could take both of them out alone. However, there is a dragon devouring the gold. The longer I am hesitant, the more it eats and the less I can take. But I don't want my friend to risk their life for it. What am I talking about?
I have no idea. When has this become a fucking Dragon Slayer tale?
Please forget it. Forget everything.
Matilda lowers her lips back to the cup, sipping her hot cocoa. Her advisor lifts his chin seriously and...
Miss Buanish, am I right to infer that these 2 bags of gold don't properly belong to you?
Ponders her words. Thank you. I like how it just goes ahead and press forwards the dialogue conversation without my knowing or permission.
So then, if your friend decides to go with you, then you should respect them in their decision. They want to take on that risk with you. I admit, I've offered some poor advice since I first awakened. My suggestions at times have lost a gambler his home, but they also helped a father win back his wife and children. Surprisingly enough, they were the very same man. When you provide as much advice as I have, you realize that our words can't really change another person's fate. That's why I love watching window shoppers, the ragged folk that can't make it in, because they have the light of life in their eyes. Penniless as they are, I know that one day, some of them will return and take the clothes that they only dreamed of wearing before.
And that is the wisdom of the point of view of a mannequin. We all look at that mannequin with the clothes that we dream of wearing, and someday we'll buy it from them.
And my favorite thing is to point it out to them when the day finally comes and say, it's been waiting there for you.
The music stops. Why? A hand pulls aside the glittering curtain. People seem entranced, their eyes following her every move. Mecuria steps barefoot onto the stage, her arms raised like wings beneath the lights, motionless, frozen like a photograph.
Shh. The performance is about to begin.
Is she gonna dance? Are we gonna watch it? At first, one note collates with another. Then the music rises like a crashing wave, enveloping everyone in its vibration. Yet no one sways or cheers as it washes over them. People simply stare at Mecuria with rapt attention. Those drinking from their glasses mugs pause midair. From the arcade slack-jawed boys usher a cascade of digitalized voices repeating, "Game over!" She folds her arms, stretching them upward from the light, and like a hopeful seed emerging from the soil, like she reaches a sensual peak, and the music stops at a cut. The applause rises up over the room, reaching a crescendo until falling silent.
I do not understand. She is not dancing with the rhythm, and her movements, they are so bizarre.
I don't think it needs to be in rhythm. It just needs to flow.
Miss Boanish, do you happen to know the meaning of the word ecstasy? It originates from the Greek word ekstasis, meaning standing outside or transcending oneself. People have been controlled by the commercials, slot machines, arcades for so long that they've lost sight of themselves. Souls too long constrained become rebellious, seeking something real outside the boundaries of convention and the illusions of flash and neon. So, they gather here for a dance that is free from the limits of rhythm and timing. She understands the heavy burden of time, but she also understands that she doesn't decide the fate of others. Like me, she provides another option. But in the end, we can only make decisions for ourselves. Her dance offers to break them away from the reality of time and the weight of decision, even for just one song.
The dancer, who has been on tiptoe, lowers her heels to the ground. She bows before making her exit. I wish I could have seen that animated. Really, her dancing. I want to know how this is described. The dance floor regains its excitement, its restless souls returning to the embrace of the night's pleasures.
I see. Then I must tell her. Thank you, Monsieur Pioneer.
Tap, tap, tap. Her footsteps are light and quick. In the alley, oh.
Ah, elle est tellement pressée. Mais pourquoi ne se dirige-t-elle pas vers le salon? Je dois la rattraper. Hein? Où est-elle?
Yeah, I want to know where she's going. The girl doubled over to catch her breath, spots a familiar hulking silhouette in the distance. But it only leaves her more bewildered.
C'est bien Monsieur Gio à l'intérieur de sa tente? Ha! Je savais que ma mémoire ne me trompait pas.
Good for you. She pinches her nose and dives into a nearby pile of garbage bags. Okay, she's brave.
Elle nous cache quelque chose, et ce Gio semble être spécial pour elle. Mais si elle est de Manus... Non, arrête Matilda. Tu ne dois pas faire de telles suppositions hâtives. Mecuria ne pourrait pas être...
Her huddled shoulders are nudged. She got founded, didn't she? Yes, because she wouldn't shut up. There's a point of hiding. It's you to be silent. Her eyelids grow heavy, and her limbs go weak and limp.
What is...
She got knocked out with a spell? Yep. Jesus. What are you doing, Mecuria?
Sweet dreams, Tildy. The road to Elysium is mine. And only mine.
Wait a minute. What is going on? My gears and the brain gears are trying to wind up here. Wait, Wait, isn't this, Paulina's room? Matilda awakes from her stupor.
Où suis-je? Est-ce la pièce derrière le restaurant?
It is. The bedding is neatly pressed and folded, and the windows are covered in a patchwork of repairs. Despite the age and disrepair in the room, it is clean, nearly spotless.
Ah, je dois me dépêcher. Madame Mecuria est partie avec cet homme. Elle nous a trahis. Je dois prévenir Jay. La cérémonie approche. Elle va dévoiler notre plan.
She picks herself up and moves to open the door. It's locked, isn't it?
Quoi? C'est verrouillé? Oh, ont-ils vraiment laissé ici toute seule? Oh, attends! Le dispositif de contact, il est toujours dans ma valise!
I brought you a gift, Jay.
Oh. Wait. A familiar voice slides beneath the gap in the door.
Qui est-ce là-bas? Il y a un trou dans la porte.
There is indeed a hole covered with a loose cloth. She leans closer, peering through the hole, taking in everything outside. Okay. The familiar voice came from a man sitting at a round table, a face she had seen before in the market.
Ils sont tous là.
I don't see anybody.
As an apology for my children's poor behavior, I'd like you to take charge of this negotiation.
Of course the sheriff's here. Jay hesitates for a moment, scanning the ranks of Leger's subordinates.
Thanks, Grandpa. But we both know we're not having a party here. And why doesn't your boy Gio come over and apologize himself?
Let me give you a piece of advice, Jay. Don't go tempting dogs away from their owners. Pay attention to your own men. Or did I misunderstand? This gift from us, Mr. Halleck, he a friend of yours?
The wall of people behind them part, creating a path. The critter drags a bloodied man behind it, throwing him onto the ground.
It's Halleck!
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Jay. I went to the New Age market. I just thought maybe there was something I could do.
What a poor fool. His limbs hang loosely, like a puppet with broken strings, unable to support his body, and thick blood gurgles in his mouth. A revolver is pressed down against his gasping chest.
Legers, you piece of... I'll smash your head in and feed it to your dogs.
Don't do it, Beckett. We already have a captive to save.
Pioneer holds back Beckett as he rages.
You should focus on your friends. Forget about the New Age market. It doesn't belong to you. Don't worry. Helping people make decisions is a particular skill of mine. I can be very motivating.
He stands up and pats Jay on the shoulder.
Let's play a game. You big boys love playing games, don't you?
He points to the revolver poking Halleck's chest.
Take a look. This revolver is fully loaded with 4 bullets. Here's how you play. I give you a condition. If you accept, I remove 1 bullet. When all the chambers are empty, you win. If you take your chances and reject the condition, I shoot. Just know that I might bury a bullet in your skull. I totally respect your freedom of choice. You're even welcome to try your luck with all 4 bullets loaded, if you like.
The gunman spins the cylinder of his revolver. A glint of light flashes across the boy's cat-like eyes.
I can see the bullets in the chamber when he rolls the cylinder. Alright, I gotta account for the boss. Gotta help him survive the game at the lowest price.
He dashes into the kitchen.
Here's your glass, boss.
Thanks, Wizen. I could use a drink.
Jay pulls out the paper from under the coaster, glancing at it from the corner of his eye, and then coughs into it heavily. As he removes it, the faint black ink has smeared beyond recognition. Oh no. I think you may have cat-like eyes, but you don't have the smarts.
I got sharp eyes. I can do lots of stuff. Counting coins, cars, finding water drops. I'm great at spotting cheats and shady dealers.
Yeah, he just screwed you over. He hands the paper back to Wizen, hesitating for a moment before nodding.
All right. Let's do this, Grandpa. Wizen, get that tequila from the bar. Need a drink to clear our minds.
On it, boss.
The boy pulls a bottle.
That's a clever kid you got there.
Yeah, he did pull the bottle. Okay.
All right. Let's get started, kiddo.
The cylinder is spun again. 4 rounds, 4 demands, 2 ways that this can end.
Condition 1. Return what you took from us.
Sure.
Without hesitation, he pulls the key from his pocket, places it on the table, and pushes it forward to the elderly man.
Continue like this, Jay, and this'll be the best game I ever played.
A snicker rises from the crowd behind him.
I thought he'd hesitate at least a little bit. Looks like you got a coward for a boss, boys.
The first bullet is pulled from the chamber, and the cylinder is spun again. The boy mutters inaudibly.
5, 8, 10. 10 times. The next chamber's loaded.
He leans in and refills the shot glass once more.
Thanks, Wizen.
Condition 2. Get your people out of here. Now, we need quiet. Your friends are disturbing our conversation.
You heard him, guys. Get out of here.
But no one moves. This is a decision that falls out of his authority. Each of his crew has to make it on their own.
Wizen, take good care of your boss.
The first to decide makes his exit.
Jay, what are you doing? I'd rather take this bastard to hell with me. When did you become such a coward?
No, guys. You're not helping by staying here. Just go.
Beckett kicks the chair fruitlessly, holding his stare.
Damn it!
Beckett breaks, and as he makes his exit, the rest follow, until Jay sits alone.
It's a pleasure doing business with you, Jay. You're a practical man. May the sufferer bless you. There's no denying that you got a merciful heart.
Clink, the second bullet is pulled from the chamber, and the cylinder
10,
spins once more.
18 times.
The keen cat's eyes, a fleeting opportunity.
The next 2 shots are safe. I gotta tell the boss.
The boy grips the bottle tightly as he pours its contents to Jay's glass, filling it only halfway. When just as he lifts his hand...
Fill it up to the top, kiddo. Don't skimp on him. I'll tip you if Jay doesn't.
Leger's rough and firm hands grasp the boy's own.
Yes, sir.
That had been only half of the code, but he couldn't be sure that Jay would understand now. It is too great of a risk to continue.
Now, condition 3.
He shakes his head, diminishing the words before he speaks to them.
You've already lost the game, Legers.
Jay's gaze shifts away from the red marks on Weiss's arm.
Oh, so you want to take your chances, huh? Figured 50-50 was close enough? But you know, kiddo, I never said I would only shoot once.
You bastard. Jay bows his head, gripping the handle of his Bowie knife.
Try it, old man.
Do it.
The hammer drops into an empty chamber.
You got lucky, kid. Now let's try that again.
Jay crouches his boots shift loudly against the floor. From the scabbard, the cold gleam reflects the room's dim lights, like stars on a sheet of ice. The cocked hammer falls and finds another empty chamber. Jay's blade slides out from its sheath. Sparks fly, trembling in the air.
Eat lead, you lucky bastard!
The deafening gunshot echoes within the wall against the walls.
Jay!
See what happens when you mess with me?
A new hole appears in the wall, and the revolver falls to the ground, still gripped by a severed arm. Holy hell!
Game's over, Grandpa.
Oh, but we'd prefer to continue. Kids, rip his face off.
Jeez. Alright, this is the fight here. Whee! Alright.
I don't like to resort to violence, but acts just like real dialogue. Intriguing, isn't it?
Alright.
Just as I will.
An unconventional choice. A mice pass.
Alright, I want to see this movie. Alright, y'all, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. I know this is low level for me, but let's see. So we got Lectures of the Dead, Ironclad Fist. There's barely anything of a skill here. So we got Power over Life and Death. Looks like a tank. It's a mass attack. This one, let's see, deals reality damage for one person and a buff. In the name of family, or something like that. Then we got his pets, mutated Glowwoks. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's continue.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
An eye for an eye.
Sadly, these are counterfeits.
The plan failed. The show plan can be. Time waits for no one, even for a great people.
Alright, no more pets.
Plan can be.
For a tooth.
You can't even attack either.
3, 2, 1, down. A mice pass.
Okay, he can't attack.
Show's on,
Intriguing,
hound.
isn't it?
I think DK will finish him off.
For thy sins. In full.
Using truth.
Alright, that seems to be it. The Bowie knife is pointed at his throat. Ooh.
If that's the way it's gotta be, let's do this, old man.
Alright, this is one of the moments in the cinematic, the trailer. He's sitting on a chair, blade on his throat, the negotiation. I like this part.
But this time, we got the upper hand.
You sure about that?
Now give back what you took, and I'll let you and your little lackeys go. Or...
The blade's tip pierces the skin of his neck, and blood trickles from the wound. Leger surveys Jay with a pensive stare.
You're a smart kid, Jay. But apparently you need a lesson in failure. I'll be glad to give it to you. We were actually playing 2 games just now. Those missed shots, they had a purpose. They may not have hit you, but they did hit our second target.
Who's the second target? An explosion shakes the room, erupting with a surge of flames.
Boss, that's... Hold this garage! And your bike!
Did they blew up his bike? And his garage?
Put down the knife, kiddo. That was just a warning. to let you know the game isn't over yet. Now, I got one last condition. Let us leave in peace. So, what do you say?
Guys, help me out. Pollock needs this place to live. Damn it!
People outside desperately beat out the flames, but the fire grows fiercer despite their efforts.
I can turn all of Hyde Street to ashes, if you want me to.
The Bowie knife is lowered. Damn.
Good boy. By the way, get yourself a better knife. I got butter knives sharper than that thing.
And he shots him. Really? Without any time to react, the gun's muzzle flares. His Bowie knife shatters into pieces.
A warning for trying to take my men.
I didn't click fast enough. What? Well, the streets are in fire now. Flames lick at the charred debris as Beckett sits dazed on the ground. The people of Haight Street gather silently, watching the fire, seeing their final ultimatum unfold. Then the daze lifts, and Beckett rises with an outburst.
What happened to you, Jay? You were fearless when Hollick and I first met you. We were like a pack of stray dogs, rummaging through the trash cans and sleeping on the street. All we had were clothes on our backs, but we still made it this far. I'd rather break my bones and shed my last drop of blood than beg for mercy. But look at you, Jay. What were you thinking?
He was thinking, trying to find a way to save your friend. He was trying to find a way and find chances to save Hollick, man. This was a ruse.
Are you a coward, boss?
And look at this. He got disrespected. He spits on the ground as he helps the bloody Hollick to his feet. He holds Jay's gaze as he unpins his badge and tosses it into the trash.
Don't blame him, Beckett. It's my fault. Please don't go. Jay! I'll come back to help.
Beckett pulls at Hollick, unable to contain his anger any longer.
Oh, come on, Hollick. You just said that this is your fault, so do me a favor and shut up. You know you're the one who got us into this mess, right? If you'd learned your damn lesson, none of this would have happened. So just shut up.
Hollick hangs his head, dejected and quiet. Beckett forcibly drags the wounded giant away. Then another from the crowd.
Sorry, Mr. J. All I wanted was a safe place to sleep, not all this. I don't want to get killed.
He leaves behind the second badge and fearfully makes his way from the street. The third and fourth, they tremble, reluctant, feeling their own smallness in the crowd. The flames dwindle and ashes hang in the air. The crowd breaks apart slowly and wordlessly until they've left only an empty, burned-out street.
Boss, I'll get them to come back. We'll get everything back. Hey! Hey!
Sorry about that, someone wanted to tell me something about some fridge in Best Buy. He runs out to catch the crowd, but soon he too grasps his vulnerability. Like a straggling bird left out from the flock. And the internet is screwing with me again. I'm gonna have to stop recording because if this continues, it's gonna be hectic. Let's see what's next. We got Ingel and Envil. Clang, 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 the anvil rings with each decisive strike of the hammer. So, is this the moment where he sharpens that blade of his? Who knows, right? The club's air is thick with smoldering ash and smoke. The open sign swings forlornly at the door. Those few that still pass it on the street do so quickly, as if running past a graveyard. Even in the heart of the city, it feels remote.
Yes, I am awaiting orders at 379 Haight Street now. I have sent 2 investigators back to the branch. They'll show you the way. Since time is limited, I will go to the target location in advance and update you on my coordinates.
This mission will bring us one step closer to eliminating Manus Vindictae. You have provided us with vital information thus far, Ms. Buanish. Please stay in touch. The reinforcement squad will arrive soon.
And one more thing.
She stops, but eventually cannot help but continue.
One of our arcanist friends may have defected to Manus Vindictae. I believe they'll be expecting us and the reinforcements. This was my personal oversight, so I hope you will allow me to scout ahead. That way I can provide optimal support for the following operation.
The other end of the line is silent until a statically clamor breaks through. It comes with a resolute reply.
Your current mission is to wait for reinforcements at the New Age Market. Please follow your orders, Investigator Buanish.
Understood.
She bites her lip, disheartened, and puts the device back into her pocket. It is a good news, but she can't calm the turmoil within her.
I heard Miss Mecuria went to Leger's place this morning. Miss Buanish, we've done everything we can. It's not your fault.
She shakes her head, no longer in the mood to respond to any words of comfort.
Legers and those arcanists have made a total mess of the market. The people's safety is our top priority now. Jay's been away since this morning. He has to be here when the reinforcements arrive. Where did he go?
The mannequin shrugs.
Nowhere, Miss Buanish. He's right there.
He points to the back door of the kitchen, held slightly ajar. From behind it comes a rhythmic metallic sound. I can hear the hammer. Clink. Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. She steps forward, moving through the cluttered kitchen, past sauces, grills, and towers of unwashed plates.
What's he doing?
The mannequin turns his head to the door, giving no response. She pushes the door open and steps inside. Blacksmithing workshop?
To be honest, I thought I'd never use this thing again.
So behind the diner was a blacksmithing workshop? His hammer strikes down heavily on the glowing red-hot metal. Something tells her they fell harder than they should.
I remember that day. Dad was in the living room with his friends, boasting about this awesome treasure he found on his trip. Hadn't seen him smile like that since Mom died. His friends all sucked up to him. Thought he dug up some good stuff. I was just a whiny little kid back then. No one liked me.
Okay, that froze for a bit, for no reason. Why does it freeze every time I use this?
After his friends left, Dad put me in a suit and tie like I was some kind of stage performer and took me to the Velvet Restaurant. When we got there, he brought this little girl to me and said, "Hey son, I got you a little sister."
Sounded like he went on... I don't want to imply or anything.
That was the first time I met Paulina and her mom. I realized that he wasn't lying about the treasure. The days after were sweet, like eating dessert on Cloud 9 every day.
Sparks fly across his eyes.
But it didn't last long. My dad was nothing but a broke insurance agent after he ran away from the Whalen family. He had big dreams, but he was too weak to realize them.
The Wayland family? I've read about them in the Arcanum and Metal, compiled by the SPDM. They've been arcane blacksmiths, famous for their sword making for generations. But the book says the family perished in the war.
No matter what generation, Frenchie, weak people cower in dark holes, learn to hide their power, and only use it when they really need it.
So he is a descendant of that family, yeah?
Being reckless can kill you. I've learned that better than anyone since my old man died. And you know what? His friends were right. He followed Solomon's manuscript, a document left behind by his family, and dug up something from under the ruins. worthless piece of black iron.
Solomon's manuscript? That document holds top secret information only available to certain members of the Foundation. How did he get it? And what have you done with the iron?
He's working on it right now.
Most of it became this thing strapped to my back. And the rest? Well, you're looking at it, girl. I didn't get why Dad said it was good stuff until now. You know those witches who can tell at a glance whether a kid will be a warrior or a priest? When I looked at this scrap of metal, I had the same feeling. It was destined to be a killer knife. And now, it's gonna make its debut.
The girl catches sight of the cloth bag at his feet and further away, a weathered but polished old motorcycle.
Reinforcements will arrive soon, and I have decoded the spell on the key. You have to wait, Jay. Miss Mecuria, she's joined Manus Vindicte. We have no way of knowing what information she's given them.
He shakes his head.
I don't need their help. I can bring my friends back myself, French Fry. Those crazies are holding the ceremony soon. I'm not gonna let them destroy my birthplace. I'm not gonna wait for your little friends to arrive either.
Please, Jay. There's no reason to risk your life. The reinforcements will arrive in no time. Then we can finish this with minimum casualties. Take this lesson from the experienced investigator, Matilda and J. Preparation is the key to success.
The young man laughs hard and steadily.
I guess you're right. When I was a scrawny little street kid, I looked to a savior, like a cop or a boss. Anything to avoid a beating. We all got the smarts to stay out of trouble.
But
We just gotta look both ways before we make our move.
Clink again.
This wallet is all I have, please. There's nothing in it. Just a photo of my wife and daughter.
Come on, you old fogey! Take it back if you got the guts! Breton, catch!
Over here, old man! Hey, get out of the way, you stupid bastard!
Brian the beggar.
Help me, Brian.
I'm sorry, friend.
He shakes off the old man's trembling hand as if preparing to run.
We show tolerance and modesty.
Clink again.
Harlan, tell me, did your brain slip out of your skull? Don't you know how expensive this cleaner is? Spray it on this piece of crap one more time, and you ain't getting a cent next month.
But sir, the customer paid us to use this cleaner.
And I pay you to work for me, you idiot. Either listen to me, or go back to daydreaming in that burnt-down garage of yours.
He timidly glances downward, feeling at his empty pockets, struggling to find words.
We know our limits. Do what we can, and give up when we have to.
Again, Clink. So I'm assuming Beckett's at a Fight Club, right?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Hey, just stay down, you idiot. You'll get paid after the game, I promise. Ah, come on. You think you're a tough man? Just stay down and we'll make a fortune.
Oh, he was paying him to, what was it? Lose the game? Hell no. Lose a match, throw a match? His body is exhausted, pushed over hard, yet his fist remains tightly clenched. Damn. Beckett don't know when to give up. Ding, ding, ding again.
But if you've ever tried to temper a sword, you know that hesitation ruins the work.
The searing hot blade plunges into the water, producing a hissing burst of bubbles and steam.
You gotta be brave, decisive. That's how you make a great sword. That's how you live a great life. You don't gotta be too careful about what you say and do. Don't gotta be prepared for everything.
He pulls the cooled blade from the water, places it into the soft wrapping cloth. A new Bowie knife.
Because a brave and decisive fist well, that's unstoppable. I won't just stand back and wait like a coward. Never. You understand?
She hesitates.
Perhaps you're right, but this would be a serious violation. You'll be going against the direct orders of the Foundation.
Deep within her restless mind, an answer is slowly emerging.
Therefore, as your supervisor, I will keep an eye on you wherever you go, just in case you do something stupid.
Fancy way of saying I will go with you. A helmet flies through the air, landing in her hand.
Fine by me, Commander.
We're going to war. Put our sword blade on. The brown bartender has polished the table to a shine, as if oblivious to the destruction around her.
Hey, where are the badges? They were here just now.
Wait, did he use the badges as material?
Mr. Pioneer! Mr. Pioneer!
He is already gone. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Cell phone? Anything? Really? Huh. Chapter 12. Empty coffin. Alright. So things are getting more tense now. Like really. Hidden safe house. Jars and bottles line the table, with dried herbs bound with twine placed neatly in the corner. The surf furnace spits out the scraps of old business cards. Beside the furnace, a box lies half open, revealing a familiar black mask.
Sorry, I've never seen a case like this before. I can't quite believe what I'm looking at, to be honest. I'm afraid there's nothing human medicine can do. This is well beyond my means.
He removes his hat and bows deeply to the injured man sitting in the chair. Then he picks up the briefcase and turns to leave. So is Leger's. He gathers more cards into a tight ball in his fist and tosses them to the furnace. There is another knock from the separate door. Bang! Before he could answer, the door is bashed open. Police!
What do you think you're doing, Pops? No one told me you took the new kids to Hate Street. Those crazy dogs could have hurt you. You know that?
Hurt me? I appreciate your concern, kiddo. I heard that you found your dagger. Who was kind enough to return it?
Mecuria, maybe.
That lady from the New Age market? I know you've been sweet on her.
Leger tosses a stack of sealed envelopes onto the table.
You've been over here for a few years. I think it's time you went back to Italy. Stay there for a while. Oh, and say hello to your mother for me.
Gio, standing at the other end of the table, lets out a silent laugh.
Listen to yourself, Pops.
He raises the gun towards the old man with purpose.
5 years ago, when we moved here from that remote Arcanist village, we were down and out. But still, you said you'd rather shoot yourself in the head than return home a loser. You promised we'd settle down here. Make it our second home. We were cast out by the humans. But we trusted you.
So he is an Arcanist then?
We all understood that hating humans wouldn't put food on the table. That's why we respected you. Why we still respect you.
The gun trembles in his hand, his words increasingly agitated.
Jerry Littlefinger died in the tub. His mama still thinks he's working for us on the sea. Short Ken, who spent his whole life waiting tables, was shot to pieces just a couple of days after his daughter was born. And my wife, Savina, was burned to death by some piece of shit arsonist. Even now the cops won't tell me who did it. But even through all the pain and all the hardship, we had principles. Principles that have earned us respect and made us more money than our fathers did in their entire lives. But now you've been corrupted by those lunatics from the Order of Enlightenment. Now the clinics refuse to treat us. They know we don't go by our principles anymore. That every cent we have is taken from those poor people who are as hungry as we used to be. What do we stand for now? Beating down on the poor and murdering children? No one trusts us anymore. You're pushing everyone further and further away. When are you gonna stop, huh? How many more have to suffer?
Damn, there's the breaking point. His arm feels heavy. It trembles with exhaustion.
Gio, my boy. You haven't seen the bigger picture.
Legere approaches, grasping the quivering muzzle of the gun. Then, like a kindly father receiving a gift, he takes the gun into his own hands.
And even now, with that girl messing with your mind, you have no intention of killing me. You're loyal. I'll give you that, kid.
Boom. And he shoots him, really? Gio collapses in a heap.
Ugh.
But the gun is not held at Gio's head. Instead, it is aimed out towards the pitch-black corridor.
I've been wondering who that witch is. The girl who's making my boy feel mercy and guilt. You're not thinking straight anymore. Can't even hold a gun. It's shameful.
Gio's hesitating because he is thinking straight. Legere's.
Damn it, Mecuria. What is your plan? She emerges from the shadows of the corridor.
Bullets don't bring peace. Gio's risking his life to make you see the truth. I believe you understand that better than anyone. But if you insist on taking his life, I won't stop you. He made this choice himself.
Is that so?
He presses the gun's muzzle down on Gio's chest. Gio reaches out a hand, grasping the man's shoulder, as if asking for something.
I'm sorry, Pops.
The gun is thrown to the ground.
Get him out of here. I've no need for cowards, no matter how loyal they are.
You've got me wrong. I didn't come here to help Gio, or to witness his sacrifice. I was just following my heart. I was invited here, to join you.
She nods, stating as if guided by fate.
To be precise, I've come here to help you, just like that doctor.
Her gaze sweeps over the hearth, the herbs, and the box, taking in everything in that room. Finally, her eyes fix on the carpet between them.
I see. I've seen it countless times. How people gather energy to themselves. They put their own lives, their own desires, above all else. They take from others, even exploiting them to satisfy their greed. But Gio's not one of them, nor are you. I can see the aura around you. Your soul, your wishes, your energy. None of them are focused on yourself. They're all focused on someone else. Someone hidden in this place.
She raises her hand and points to the blood-stained patch beneath the carpet.
He's right here, beneath these floorboards. And you've kept him secret all this time, haven't you?
I don't know what's going on. She carries the lamp into the pitch-black stairway. Her guide walks ahead of her, descending with neither light nor a raised hand, taking each step firmly and confidently as she moves into the darkness, never missing a step. It is as familiar to him as walking a well-worn path home. In a basement with a bed. The acrid smell hits her nose, filling her lungs with a shuddering insect-like sensation. Black mold spreads out from the bed frame in front of them, creeping down and across the floor and walls. What? The emaciated body on the bed arches upwards, coughing out a haze of yellow spores from the gaping sore in his throat.
So he's the reason for everything you've done. Death has almost taken him, yet you still cling on to him. You won't let him go. He's suffering.
I really don't want to know what he looks like. She picks up the photo next to the bed frame. Two men standing in front of a university. Their faces nearly identical.
So the rumors were true. The wailing that people heard, it came from this poor man.
If it's nearly identical, is that his brother?
And you, a human of flesh and blood, unprotected by any arcane skills, were shot in the head, yet continue to walk and talk. Those bullets never penetrated your head, did they? Because you're not Legers.
Wait, so the real Legers is here?
He is.
Okay, if it explains that to him, that explains a bit. Mecuria crushes the dried grass in her palm with her thumb, then bites her fingertip to draw some blood. She gently smears the paste of blood and grass onto the corpse-like man's withered, emaciated face. Red blood begins to drip from the seeped paste, following the fungal strands into his throat, ears, and nose, and at last into his lungs.
The Order of Enlightenment has allowed him to survive, albeit in a dying body. But there is a price for this. His consciousness.
A thick mass of fungi, strome pus, pours out of his throat. Oh my god. He is literally a zombie.
The most I can do is recover his consciousness for a short while. But I can't save him from death.
She closes her eyes and extends her hand, a halo of light enveloping the unconscious patient. The patient's eyes reopen weakly.
You tried so many treatments, brother. Sometimes it felt like torture.
So it is his brother.
Look at me. I look like a piece of moldy bread.
You're back. Legers. You're back. Listen, I found a way to cure your condition. I swear you won't die. I swear.
The patient shakes his head in a creaking, drawn-out motion. 2. How long has this been going on? And his consciousness, he is, I guess, yeah, allowing him to survive from a shot in the head, but still. If you were in a condition that your consciousness is still active while your body is in a dying state, like, it's not gonna be the same. It's not aging. It's ridiculously decaying. I wouldn't want to live like that. I would want to die.
Are you a professor now, Salvatore? This outfit isn't your usual style. You used to wear a pair of gold-framed glasses and criticize everything you saw. A true intellectual. That's the Salvatore I know.
So his real name is Salvatore.
After you were shot, I disguised myself as you. I've been running your kingdom. These kids need you. So I gave up my diploma.
What a brotherly love.
We'll share the fame and power when you get back on your feet. Just like you always wanted.
Listen, this isn't what I wanted. You're supposed to be working at a law firm, taking money out of the hands of rich titleones, not pulling triggers, not spilling blood. You gotta get out of this dump. I dirtied my hands so that yours would be clean. So that you could live the life you wanted. I never wanted you to follow in my footsteps. How are the others doing? Ken and Jerry. They're both honest, hard-working guys.
Oh, God, no.
I never should have brought them into this world.
They've gone home, Legers. They've...
Really? I knew they couldn't cut it on the streets.
His breathing is fainter with each breath.
I've been sleeping for too long, Salvatore. My brain isn't working. Can't even open my eyes anymore. Feels like they're glued shut.
He tries to open his eyes wider, but they remain motionless, stuck in their half-closed position.
Where am I? Describe it to me. Tell me where I am.
This is hard, guys. The overhead light flickers, shining into his slit-like eyes.
Oh, is that the sun?
Oh, no.
Am I in Italy?
His consciousness fades into a dreamlike state.
I think I can hear Mama calling for us from the kitchen. Did she find out we stole the room again?
The patient laughs and fits, struggling to find his breath, again between each exhale.
Legers? No.
Yes, the sun is rising.
Oh, I can feel its warmth.
You're at home. Isn't that right, Legers?
The reserved younger brother continues stoking their shared dream.
Yeah. We're in Sicily. We're in your old bedroom, remember? Dad just beat the hell out of us. He's smoking in the doorway right now. He said he'd tie us up to stop us from getting ourselves killed on the streets of America. Told us to settle down here, in Sicily. I'm sorry, brother. I couldn't get us tickets to the States. Mama told us to take our stuff out of the suitcases and put it away. We packed a ton. You must be exhausted from unpacking it all.
Oh, we didn't go to America. That's too bad. But I'm happy to hear that.
On the brink of death, he looks so serene. He grasps his brother's hand, holding the pistol firmly.
Damn. My eyes are totally glued. Dad really beat the crap out of me. I gotta go to bed. Don't wake me up, Salvatore. Remember to keep reading. We gotta have one member of the family who uses his brain for a living. Promise me.
And Salvatore is using both.
I will, brother. I promise.
The withered hand of the patient covers his hand, holding the gun.
See you tomorrow, bro.
Am I gonna hear the gunshot? Yeah. A long silence passes, and I keep hearing my phone. What the hell? Until at last his heart gives way, beating its last.
He's gone. I won't blame Gio.
That's the greatest mercy you could have given a man like that.
And I see now why you all made your choice.
I think I'm gonna call it here. That actually made me so emotional right now. Like I said to many things in the games I play, the question remains: would you do anything with your do anything for your family? This man takes it to a whole new level. He took his identity when he was shot in the head. Met some arcanists that can revive him. And that's where the rumor started with Leger's the dead. Shoot him, and he gets back up. Like a zombie or something. But in this chapter, it took a literal turn that his brothers, they managed to get him to survive. But the body doesn't stay the same. It just, like, yeah, he's at a death state right now. Moldy, yellow pus, yellow sporadic pus. I wouldn't live like that. Even if it was me. Sure, people don't want it. It's a heavy subject right here. About family. You lose a family, you don't want to let him go. So much that you took on his identity. I didn't figure that Legers and the Legers were twin brothers. Now I know the name. His real name is Salvadori. And he'll go to extreme lengths to make sure his brother survives. Now I understand why it was like right there. Like a hidden space right there. Look at that. It's like a hidden hospital right here. Just for him. And now he had to pull the trigger to grant that final mercy to his brother. God damn. Anyway, I think I'm just going to stop right here. I'll stop right here because I keep getting my messages from my phone. So, I want to say this. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. Any comments would help greatly. If you want me to continue on with the series of Reverse 1999, please like the video. If you enjoyed the stories on it as well. I know it's going to be long videos on this one because I will make long videos. It's not going to be like each chapter and all that stuff. I'll commentate when I can, but I don't want to do commentary a bit more long. So, I think in the next video we will continue on to chapter 13 all the way through the final chapter in hopes we can get there. And yeah, I'm not sure if you want me to do hard mode, but I think it's going to be hectic. So, again, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the new video. So, peace out, and have an awesome week.